testigo que llegó y me dobló la caída de una vez. ¡Pómbales! ¿Sí o no? Mira, está bravísimo y se menea, se menea. Ay, ay, ay. Gracias a Dios por esta buena captura, miren. ¡Hombre!
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, this lovely Saturday morning, December 9th. It is so great to be back with you all again. The dinner bite last night on the Polaris Supreme was excellent. They had a great nighttime bite. We're going to get you caught up on that. How about a big old sheep's head caught off the rocks by nuestros amigos south of the border? Guy down there had an outstanding catch, and all he could do is praise the Lord after catching that fish. You've got to love it. How about a 40-pound catfish this morning already at St. Anna River Lakes? We'll tell you what that was caught on. Kevin Kaiser filmed that. And Nick Ramirez is already on board the Spitfire this morning. We've got that. We've got Cabo San Lucas. We've got it all. You know what time it is. Good morning, my friends. It's time for the morning briefing. Oh, my God. It is so good, and it is like summertime. Beautiful day here in Southern California. It's absolutely gorgeous here. We are so blessed to be taking part in this. And as I mentioned on the leader, that was some tremendous bluefin tuna fishing going on for the Polaris Supreme, which is not really a surprise. Not a surprise for many reasons. Number one, the Polaris Supreme has been on it all year long. They fish so hard and accomplish so much on that boat out of Seaport Sport Fishing in San Diego, and they just keep doing it. And the other thing that is really not a surprise is that bluefin tuna is hanging in here in the wintertime. And I know as you look at this beautiful weather here in SoCal, you're scratching your head and saying, what do you mean wintertime? It's like, feels like it's 80 degrees down here. It's way too warm to be wearing this sweatshirt, but you know, for Daiwa, I will forge ahead and suffer right through it. But all of that is really remarkable when you think about the time of the year. And of course, guys like Danny Cadota on the Danny Cadota Show have been saying with that squid around, that fish is not going to go anywhere. I'll get into the numbers with you here in a moment. If you don't mind, hit that like button. Please share these videos with a friend. Subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick the bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. I'll be down at 22nd Street Landing at about 12 noon today. We have a special 4 o'clock live show with rod maker Gary Loomis. And Gary will go into that, his history about how he got to be such an outstanding rod maker, but he's also got some behind the scenes kind of stories because him and Danny Cadota have been screwing with each other for years and years and years. And you're going to hear all of that and more on the Danny Cadota Show live, 4 p.m. today. Gary Loomis, you're not going to want to miss that one. All right, let's jump into it with you all. How about we jump over to Taiwan and just say good morning to my brother, Paul. He's down in the south in Kenting, and he's doing a little snorkeling and goofing around down that way, and, of course, grabbing a great meal. Taiwan is such a lovely place. I really miss being there and visiting with my brother and his lovely wife, Ame. I send them all my very, very best, and it looks like another gorgeous day in Kenting, Taiwan. Beautiful stuff. Cabo San Lucas will just mention to you that the marlin bite there has been outstanding, and it still is. There's good striped marlin fishing. There's the occasional blue marlin. There's some good yellowfin tuna fishing, occasional dorado. Every once in a while, catch a wahoo. Nice variety, excellent weather. I don't know how you can beat what is going on in Cabo San Lucas right now. It is absolutely outstanding. Taking a look there up around Ensenada, Baja California. And if you're not familiar with the geography, you hit the border, and the first Mexican town you come into when you go through the San Isidro border entrance is the city of Tijuana. And from there, it's about a 70-mile beautiful drive down the beautiful, gorgeous, rugged Baja coast with a great view of the Coronado Islands as you pass on down the peninsula. Down there in Ensenada, we continue to see excellent rock fishing. Arnie Mann is a guy that we love. He's such a great guy, such a great angler. Search Arnie Mann on Facebook and book with that guy. You'll have some fun. There's his son catching some rockfish down there in beautiful Ensenada. It's gorgeous right now. It's a beautiful time of the year, and you can feel the Christmas spirit in the town of Ensenada. I highly recommend that you check that out. So some really good rock fishing going on down there in that neck of the woods. Let's get to the Polaris Supreme out of sea for sport fishing. Not a whole lot of boats out right now because, of course, we're knocking on the door of Christmas. But guys who want to keep hammering at this bluefin tuna certainly had great fishing last night. 76 bluefin tuna on the Polaris Supreme last night. How can it get any more insane? I'm telling you, fishing right now is as good as it's been in a century in Southern California for bluefin tuna specifically. It is mind-boggling how good it is, and it's virtually a year-round fishery now. You can catch these things any month of the year. It's absolutely fantastic. Half of their fish, 40 to 50 pound fish. The other half, like 15 to 20 pounds, like that. And then they have 3 fish that are 80 to 150 pounds. Of course, fishing at night with 300 to 500 gram jigs. It's been a great way to get it done. You want to be fishing 2-speed reels for sure. 100 to 130 pound Spectra, 200 pound leader material. And as I tell you all the time, drop when the captain tells you to drop to the exact depth that he tells you to, and you could be dropping a cucumber and you're probably going to get a bite. It is really important to get down fast and get down to the depth the captain tells you to get. And how do you know how deep your lure is at? By using colored line that changes colors every 100 feet. So if he tells you 400 feet, you hit that 4th color, you're down there, and it's time to start winding up and then dropping down again. Winding up, dropping down, working hard at it. That's the way you're going to get it down. Great trip on the Polaris Supreme. I don't know how it can get any better than that. As we took a look elsewhere up and down our coast, there's a lot of rockfish biting right now. Colorful, great eating. It closes the season, the rockfish season in Southern California on January the 1st. So you only have a limited amount of time to take advantage of it. But really nice fishing from Ensenada, as we mentioned, all the way up to the Channel Islands and beyond that up to Monterey. Out of Ventura Sport Fishing, they've got great trips for you. The old Matt Walsh is that California. They run half-day trips. You got the Island Spirit with my dear friend Cody Rogers, and then you've got Tucker McCombs on board the Endeavor, who just provides such excellent customer service and such great fishing opportunities. 805-676-3474. We saw nothing short of outstanding rock fishing up there. It's continuing here this morning. Beautiful weather and really nice fishing on the rockfish up and down our coast. So that is something you can definitely take advantage of. And that includes the 1/2 and 3/4 day boats from San Diego all the way up to the Channel Islands, and the overnight boats who fish, of course, for some bigger deep water rockfish. Although these local guys, because they're required to fish in 300 plus feet of water, they've been catching big fat ones also. So nice big Bocacia and Floridas and all kinds of other great vermilions, and they're colorful and they are so good to eat. Really great fishing on all of that. So that is continuing. All right. Also, locally, you can catch plenty of sculpin, whitefish, and sheephead, and all the boats up and down the Southern California coast have been in on it. Nick Ramirez, he's a dear Friedman Adventure family member. Nick's a great guy. He's on the Spitfire. There's a couple of sculpin he's got here Saturday morning, December the 9th. He says he's limited out on the sculpinos, and they're going to go looking for some bass and halibut and some other stuff. Who knows, maybe make some drops for the deep water stuff. We'll check back with Nick, and we send him all our best and wish him good luck on the water today. Last night on the Twilight trip, New Del Mar, John Flood and Earl the Pearl McVicker. Earl is doing a great job on those Twilight sand bass. Such an outstanding fisherman. Looks like John is also, and they just keep hammering out some really excellent catches on the Twilight sand bass. Nice big grumpies, you know, like 40-pound fluorocarbon, a leadhead, and squid. That's the way to get it done. Marcus Fain has been out also, another Friedman Adventure family member. He's been doing great also. So really some great opportunities, especially Twilight for the bass. You can find that at Davies Locker, Newport Beach. You can find it down there at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing and elsewhere. Redondo's also had some good bass fishing during the daytime. So really nice stuff. We are so happy to see that going on. In the surf, Matt Mance. I missed him this morning. Matt, thanks for sending me that note Matt was actually fishing down by the water tower down that way, and he said, man, this water's kind of off color and dirty. He didn't catch anything, but he got to experience this gorgeous day. Water here doesn't look that bad, Matt. Maybe next time walk down here where I do the morning briefing, and you can take advantage of that because it looks pretty darn good here. It looks like low tide, perhaps. Kind of hard to tell because they're putting so much more sand on the beach right now. But once again, that is something that you could check out next time. Speaking of fish in the surf, we've got to go down to a gentleman who identifies himself as Artie from San Quintin, catching a big sheep's head, big fat goat. They call them viejas in Mexico, and that is one gorgeous catch. Our thoughts are with him for such an outstanding catch. Man, I'll tell you, throughout this whole battle, they are so excited, these guys, and they're having so much fun, and they keep saying, thank God for this beautiful catch. They keep repeating that over and over and over again. I love Mexico. I love the people, the culture. I love those viejas also. Don't give me any trouble with my wife, by the way, because vieja is the word for sheep's head, but it's also slang for kind of like a hot chick. You know, if you're looking for viejas, you're looking for hot chicks. Mi amor, estoy buscando viejas del mar, okay? No enojas conmigo otra vez. Telling my wife, you know, I'm looking for sheep's head, not for hot chicks. I would never do that. Anyway, those guys had an absolutely great time down there. It's good to see the joy that they were experiencing. And Victor Michaca Villa, I'm not sure where he's fishing. He's south of the border somewhere, maybe La Misión, maybe Playas de Rosarito, maybe Tijuana Playas, who knows, but nice halibut there. All right, that is a beautiful fish, Victor. Way to go. Happy to see that, my friend. All right, Santa Ana River Lakes, where our friend Kevin Kaiser is having a great event this morning, and he's collecting toys that he's going to distribute at Loma Linda Hospital. Kevin, great work, my friend. Anyway, a guy comes up with a 40-pound catfish that he caught here this morning. Beautiful. Kevin said, what'd you catch that on? And the guy whispered and said, don't tell anybody, but trout guts. Trout guts was the key to success with that big old catfish. That's a nice fish. Devin Graham Sr. yesterday had some nice trout at Santa Ana River Lakes. It's wintertime. Trout fishing is pretty good. And again, there's a lot of plants taking place in the local lakes right now. That is something you can all take advantage of. Don't forget, your surf fishing headquarters in Southern California. It is, of course, Big Fish Bait and Tackle on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. Make sure you drop in and say hi to the guys there. They've got a vast array of all the baits you'll need to be successful here in the Southern California coast. You can also pick up a lot of great surf fishing gear, including all the lures that you throw here on the beach. Lucky Crafts, really good for halibut. Also, you can throw a little chrome crocodile, a little Castmaster. That works good on halibut, perch, yellowfin, croaker. Get all over that. Fishing in the surf's been pretty darn good. We continue to see halibut being taken. We also have seen a little bit of yellowfin croaker, an occasional spot fin croaker. It's been pretty good. Big Fish Bait and Tackle for all of your sport fishing needs. Don't forget that, my friends. All right, what else can I tell you? I'll be at 22nd Street probably around 12 noon. If you want to drop in and say hi, I'll make you a cup of coffee. How's that sound? I know Michael Limon is going to be there because he's already put in his order for fishing. He wants to catch a fish, so we'll take care of that. And then, of course, at 4 o'clock, we go live with Gary Loomis and Danny Cadota. That promises to be a really outstanding show. Don't forget, April 6th through the 9th, we're on board the Independence for a 3-day trip. You know it's going to be wide open bluefin. Who knows what else it's going to be, but what an opportunity on such a beautiful rig. The Independence is gorgeous. She is beautiful, and I know you're going to love fishing on that rig. That is April 6th through the 9th. You can book by going to independentsportfishing.com. I'll be there to film every moment of your trip. My son Patrick, by the way, made a drive from here to Florida. He has arrived, so I'm looking forward to checking in with him at sometime in the very near future to see what Bass Bros is up to. Remember, my sons have that channel, Bass Bros, on YouTube. Go check that out. Subscribe to their channel. That would make me a happy dad. All right, my friends, have a great Saturday. It's gorgeous. We've already got updates. The bluefin are biting. Nick Ramirez has sculpin. We're seeing some decent bass fishing. The rockfish are chewing. There's guys fishing the surf. Everybody outside and enjoying the great outdoors. This is a blessing that you should take advantage of. All right, have a great day. I'll see you at 4 o'clock. And if I don't see you then, I hope to see you really, really soon. Take care, my friend.